I've been keeping and breeding shrimp for the past few years, and at the time of recording, I've spent the last 2 years making a sizable income each month from breeding shrimp. During this time, I've picked up a number of tips and tricks to grow a huge colony of shrimp and grow that colony quickly. In this video, I will share those secrets with you. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Richard and I am a fish and shrimp breeder based in the UK. Whether you are looking to build a large shrimp colony because you want to sell some of your excess shrimp, or you just like the thought of a small, brightly coloured army working to help keep your aquarium clean, there are a few tips that will help you on your journey. Tip number 1 is to keep your shrimp in a predator-free environment. Remember, baby shrimp are tiny. To a baby shrimp, a neon tetra is a predator. Female shrimp release dozens of baby shrimp into the aquarium about once every 4 to 6 weeks. A mature female will usually produce around 200 to 500 babies each year. Shrimp have evolved to have this many babies as they know very few will make it to adulthood. In our aquariums, we can skew the numbers in the shrimp's favour by removing predators. Whilst I personally choose to keep shrimp in almost every one of my community aquariums, with fish such as neon tetras, guppies, fancy goldfish, etc. In my dedicated shrimp breeding tanks, it's a shrimp only environment. That way, when the female releases 50 babies into the water column, there is a far higher chance that all 50 will make it to adulthood. My next tip for growing a huge shrimp colony is to ensure your filter isn't eating baby shrimp. You would be amazed how many baby shrimp, and even juveniles, are sucked into the intake of a canister filter or hang-on back filter. The intakes to these filters usually have strainers on them, but these strainers are designed to prevent fish from getting sucked in. Usually, no consideration has been given to preventing shrimp from being sucked into the filter. In my course, How to Make $500 a Month Breeding Shrimp, I always recommend to my students that they place an intake sponge over the inlet to any powered filter that could potentially suck in the shrimp. I'll add a link to my course in the description below in case you would like to know how to make $500 a month breeding shrimp. Tip number 3 is to target feed your shrimp. Shrimp are often sold as scavengers or as cleanup crew. They are added to tanks to help reduce maintenance and prevent uneaten fish food from rotting. Whilst they will eat uneaten food, and they do make a fantastic cleanup crew, for them to thrive and create a large colony quickly, they also need to be fed an appropriate diet. They will essentially eat any good quality sinking food. I'm a fan of Tetra Crisps and Repashy gel food. Algae wafers also make a great food for shrimp. I like to feed my shrimp either every other day or every third day, largely depending on how many shrimp live in the aquarium. A very small group of shrimp can survive on uneaten fish food, fish poop and algae, but their colony will only thrive and grow large when there is sufficient food to sustain that colony. Tip number 4 is to provide ample surfaces for the shrimp to feed from. Shrimp are grazers. They spend all day every day eating, and one of their favourite foods is biofilm. Biofilm is made up of various bacteria, fungi and algae that all grow naturally in the aquarium. Biofilm will cover pretty much every surface in the aquarium, but the more places you give it to grow, the more there will be for the shrimp to graze on. Whilst it is perfectly possible to breed shrimp in a bare bottom tank with little to no decorations, in my experience, providing a layer of gravel and a large clump of Java moss leads to more baby shrimp, and the colony can grow faster than it otherwise would have done. This is thanks to the quantity of biofilm that can develop in that tank. Now, if you're finding this video helpful, please take a moment to tap the like button. It helps show support for my work and spreads this video to other like-minded people. My final tip for growing a huge shrimp colony is to add catappa leaves to the aquarium. Catappa leaves, or Indian almond leaves as they're also known, break down slowly in the aquarium. As they break down, they are colonised by many different types of bacteria. The shrimp in your aquarium will feast on this bacteria. These leaves also contain naturally occurring chemicals that help the shrimp fight off mild bacterial, fungal and parasitic infections. Depending on the size of your shrimp tank, you need only add 1 or 2 leaves to the aquarium, and those leaves will probably take 4 to 6 weeks to fully break down, at which point you just add another leaf or 2. Shrimp will readily breed in your aquarium, but to grow a huge colony quickly, you will need to ensure you remove any would-be predators, cover the intake to your filters to prevent the shrimp being sucked in, feed the shrimp well, provide plenty of surfaces for biofilm to grow on, and ideally add catappa leaves. Using these techniques has allowed me to breed thousands of shrimp each year, and has allowed many of the students who take my shrimp breeding course to grow side incomes that cover the cost of running their fish rooms or even providing an income for their families. If you enjoyed geeking out on shrimp, why not check out the playlist shown on screen. Thanks for watching.